Hey guys, today I'll be showing you how to make a pause menu in Unity from a brand new Unity project. Now, I just created this right now, and I'm going to make another scene real quick. So, we're going to make the scene, and we are going to call it main menu. And the first thing we want to do is go up here to File, go to Build Settings, and click and drag the main menu into our build here. And it's added to the build. Then we're going to go up to the hierarchy. We're going to go down to UI, add a canvas. And under this canvas, we're going to right click it, go again to UI, and add a panel. Now, once this panel is added, we're going to name this panel pause menu. Oops. Pause menu. Now we're going to add two child objects under the panel. They're both going to be buttons. Now you can make this a Text Mesh Pro button if you want, but to keep this simple, I'm just going to use normal buttons here. And we're going to move one of the buttons up towards top middle of the screen. And for the first button, we're going to call this the quit button, the button on the bottom. And for the second button, we're going to call this the main menu button. Now we're going to go script. So in my assets folder here, I'm going to create a folder, and we're going to call this scripts. This is a good habit to have to keep your stuff organized, and just having a scripts folder is good in general. So in this script folder, we're going to make a script here, a C# script, and we're going to call this pause menu manager. Now let's open the script. Now, the first thing we're going to want to do is at the top, we're going to put using Unity Engine .scene management, and we're going to make two function variables up here. So the first variable we're going to have is a public game object, and we're going to call this pause menu. The second one we're going to make is a public static bool, and we're going to call this game is paused. In start, we're going to want to set the pause menu to false, and we're going to want to set the timescale to 1. And after that, we're going to make a public void called pause the game. And inside of here, we're going to want to set the pause menu to true. We're going to want to set the timescale to 0. And we are going to set the is paused bool to, well, game is paused to true. Next, we're going to want to copy and paste the pause the game method. We're just going to paste it here, and we're going to rename this to resume the game. And we're basically just going to flip all the values. So we're going to take these trues and turn them to falses. And we're going to want to set the timescale to 1. And up here in update, we're going to want to say if input.getKeyDown, and in parentheses here, keycode.escape. Then we're going to have another if statement inside here saying if game is paused. Then we're going to say to call the resume the game function. And we're going to have an else statement saying else pause the game. Now for the second and last void, we're going to call this a public void, and we're going to call this quit game. And inside quit game here, it's super simple. We're just going to do application.quit. That's all there is to it. And then for the final void, it's going to be a public void main menu. And in this main menu void, we're going to do scene manager dot load scene main menu. And what's important here is that it's specifically called main menu, because if it's not, it won't recognize the scene in the build and nothing will work. So make sure to save this and head back into Unity. Now when you come back in Unity, your script's going to compile, and once that's done compiling, we're going to go up to the hierarchy here. We're going to make an empty game object. We're going to call this pause menu manager. And we're going to attach the pause menu manager script we just made to this game object. And there's going to be an empty field here for pause menu game object. So we're just going to drag and drop the pause menu in there. And down here, we're going to open up the main menu button and the quit button. And we're going to want to change the text of these for obvious reasons. So the main menu button is going to say menu, and the quits button is going to say quit. And for the main menu button, we're going to want to add an on-click event, and we're going to call this, we're going to drag in the pause menu manager, and we're going to scroll down here and go to the main menu function. And then we're going to do the same thing for the quit event, add an on-click event, and we're going to call this the quit game function. Then after that, we are going to tick this off and go test if this works. So in here in Unity, we can press escape and it opens up the pause menu. We can press escape and it makes it go away again. And then if we press quit here, it doesn't do anything. It'll do something in the build. It just doesn't work right now. And then we can go click this for the menu and it takes us to our other scene. And that's all there is to it. That's a really simple and easy pause menu that should work for any game. You can expound upon this how you want, decorate it, but this is the bare bones you need for the pause menu for your own game. So I hope you guys like this tutorial, and if you want more, any other specific tutorials, just leave them down in the comments below. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time.